Welcome to When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tuned in live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today's guest is tell the crowd who you are and where you from.
Strayablack, from St. Louis, Missouri, downtown, thugging with my rounds. I'm from downtown. Yeah.
Okay, downtown. So, how was it for you growing up in St. Louis, Missouri? Can you tell the crowd?
Absolutely. So I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm one of those young ladies who grew up pretty privileged. I mean, I had both my parents, but the streets seem so like exciting and dope and just so like I need to get outside. So I was one of them girls, like a new, like faking, living good as hell, but in the hood having a good time though.
Right.
But it humbled me. I've got some, really good friends and family that, that I learned life lessons with as a young girl, growing up in St. Louis downtown and just being in the streets, period. I know a lot of good people from just being in the streets. So, I mean, again, I chose the street life when I didn't have to. So, I mean, I grew up, like I said, pretty privileged. The girls that I ran with, I done everything. I mean, everything that, but, that had a threesome or I
Yeah.
didn't done coke or ecstasy. But other than that, I done just about done everything.
Right. Right. For real. So, take us back before you did your first stand up. Was you naturally funny in school, like growing up? Like, was you like a class clown?
So, I mean, I guess I wouldn't even say so much as a class clown. My mouth was smart as shit, even at home, everywhere. Even still to this day, I mean, I'm a mustard seed. That's what I say because I got a smart ass mouth. So I always was getting put out, making people laugh. So now when I do run across people from school and, shit like that or off of social media, they'll say to me, I definitely can see comedy fit for you.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? I was always been very outspoken, always been a person who, just real outspoken, making people laugh. So I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
A
And
wise guy, a little wise ass.
type shit. So, when did you have your first show? And how did the people react to you?
So how I had my first show is kind of crazy. Basically, the pandemic happened. How I basically, answer two questions in one. Maybe you'll have one of these questions later on, so I can just answer it two in one. So the pandemic happened, and when the pandemic happened, I was actually working at the hotel, working front desk, making good money at some of the best hotels in St. Louis.
Mm-hmm.
And so the pandemic happened, and I got furloughed or whatever. And once again, furloughed. My little brother at the time, he was getting hella Airbnbs. He was getting hella of them, just getting hella Airbnbs. With him getting hella Airbnbs, he he had a lot of people coming and going. So at the time, he was dating a girl who sister was a videographer, and the girl asked, I was just being myself, and then the girl was like, "Can I record you?" And I was like, "Can you record me?" And she was like, "Yeah, can I record you? I think you're really like funny." And so I was like, "Straight up?" And she was like, "Yeah." And so I was like, "All right, cool." So like I said, with my brother having Airbnbs, I was like, "Fuck it, we gonna charge them at the door, and I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
tell a couple of jokes and turn it into a show, and let's test it out." And I did it, and it went really, really well. Like it went really well. So after that, I just started doing it.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. So, who are some of the female comedians you can say you look up to on your journey?
Carl Burnett, some more, Monique, Whoopi Goldberg, Lucille Ball, um, who else did I say? Monique. It's different. It's so many different. It's
Yeah.
so many. I can't even think of Maya Rudolph. Damn, it's so many people right now. I can't come to my mind, but it's so many different, ladies that or comedians or that came from comedy that I really, who inspired me, who I look up to. That's in
Right.
comedy.
Okay. So, how did you come up with your stage name?
So how basically my stage name came from one of my good friends. He's dead now. An incident happened, and
Rest of it. Damn.
yeah, he incident took place, and basically he was like, my real name is Maya. My real name is Maya,
Okay.
and so he was like, from here on out, you got your street stripes. Your name's Straya, and so it just went from there. So I just kept it. So Wellston, one of Wellston finest named me, so I kept it.
Shout out Wellston. Shout out
Yeah,
Wellston.
for
I'm from
sure.
I'm from Paysdale, so yeah, shout
Oh
out Wellston.
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. So how did you connect with Michael Collier, and how did he accept you as a comedian?
So how I hooked up with him, through one of his good friends, and his friends met me and thought that I was funny, and he was like, "Yo, you gotta go on the Michael Collier morning show," and I was like, "For real?" He was like, "Yes, you gotta go on there." And so when I went on there, I did a really good job. Michael enjoyed me, so he was like, "Yo, you gotta come back," and so I kept coming back, and then it came from me coming back that one day he called me and was like, "You want to be on my morning show?" And I was like, for real? And I'm like, me? It's just the
Right.
beginning, I was like, oh, I was ecstatic. I was excited. I was honored. It's a privilege. It's an honor. I was elated. Like, it's an astonishing moment for something like that to happen.
Right. And then there was other comedians on there. Did they accept you as well? Like, did they think you was funny?
Oh, so yeah, when I would come on, okay, so when I would come on under people, and some of the comedians that he had on there at the time received me very well. They all thought I was really funny. And so that was really good. So now I mean, I meet so many different people. I meet so many different comedians, so many different writers, actors, dancers. I mean, you just meet, I network and meet so many people. And again, I'm so grateful for Michael Collier. I think he's just a really dope comedian, dope person, dope man. Shout out to Michael Collier.
Yeah, I
And
remember him from that movie. Wasn't he on Kid and Play and shit?
House Party. He was
Yeah,
on
House
House
Party.
Party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that shit.
yeah,
Yeah, that's where I remember him from.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Do you get more hate or love being a female comedian from St. Louis?
I mean, that question, for me, I think it goes both ways. Um, People gonna hate you regardless. I mean, before I start doing comedy on some real shit, I hate to be cursing so much, because I'm trying to get
Speak
more
your mind.
shout
Speak
out.
your mind.
I'm trying to get listen. I'm trying to get more polished. Shout out to my homegirl Katie, Katie funny as fuck. As I mean SASF. I'm sorry, I'm
Shout
a
out
little
to
high,
her.
y'all.
Shout out to her.
I'm a little high. She on the Michael Collier show with me all the time. She'll be so mad at me that I said her name wrong. Katie Funny AF. Okay, I said it right. But shout out to her. I'm trying to be more polished. Shout out to her clothing brand. Her and Selena J. Shout out to Selena J. Selena J is a comedian who, I mean, she got my back. I call her all the time. She like a sister, mama, big cousin, like. But to wrap that question up, like I said, it's a love hate type of thing. When you got good people in your corner, you don't worry about that. Like I said before, I started doing comedy, I had people that hated on me for small shit, so I know it's gonna come for the big shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't worry about that. Being a female comedian, sometimes it does has its disadvantages, because sometimes they don't feel that you can be on a ticket with all men. But I feel like women like some more who inspire me. I know that I can hang with the guys. I'm strong enough to go broad and have different topics and all of that to roll with the fellas. So for me, it's a love hate type of thing. I mean, some gonna love you, some gonna hate you. It's not nothing that I draw into or dig too much into. That shit take too much energy out of you.
I believe you. I believe you. So, what's the time you could say your humor turned somebody that was having a bad day into a smile, or made them feel better?
Oh well, I'm always doing that. I'm notoriously doing that. I mean, I can be at a funeral, I can be at a wake, I can be at a baptism, I can be wherever. I enjoy making people feel good. I enjoy making people laugh. That really, that make me feel good to know that I can make others feel good. You feel me? So, it's a blessing that I can put a smile on people's face. You know, when you laugh, that's a part of your health. It help you live a little longer, you know, when you laughing.
That's real. That's real. So, what have you learned on your journey as a comedian that you can say helped you basically live in today society? You know what I'm saying? What they teaching y'all? Like for us, like, cause I know you gotta communicate with the fans. You gotta go out here. You gotta speak to these people. You can't just be out there, on stage, scared and timid and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
So
Like
for me, okay, so for me, like I said, I'm an outspoken person. When I hit the stage, the bigger the crowd, the bigger the crowd, the more it makes me, it makes me feel good. When I, like I said, to make people laugh. Um, I think, I think, that's a good question. Ask me again. That's a really good question. Ask me again.
so basically, what have you learned on your journey as a comedian that'll better you in your life years down the line? That's basically what I'm asking.
Oh well, doing comedy is humbling me, cause there was shit humble about me before I started doing comedy. I wasn't no humble bitch at all. I wasn't no bitch who be talking about humble pie or none of that. But this comedy shit then taught me that first of all, I was super self centered. This comedy shit is helping me in so many fucking ways. It's helping me with camaraderie. It's helping me pull people on. If I get on, I can only go back and grab somebody else. You get what I'm saying? That helped
Right, you
me.
can't help the
Or
poor if you poor.
listen, listen. So on the journey, comedy has taught me so many fucking different things. Like I said, it humbled me. It didn't taught me that it didn't taught me certain characteristics about myself that I wasn't even aware of. Like, damn, bitch, I didn't know you was this self centered. Like, what the fuck? So I things like that is checking me where it's gonna make me a better person later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Me being a real bitch, me being a real person, a real woman. I say bitch a lot. I know some women
You
not gonna
good,
like
you
it.
good, you good.
But me being
Speak your
who I
mind.
am, Miss Outside, aka Outside, like I um I'm a super transparent person. I like dealing with people from all walks of life. So with that to be said, on the outside world, I really, I'm Hollywood. I didn't live a good life. With comedy, I'm trying to pour real life, real authentic shit that we missing because of Instagram, because the world is on a different path. Women
Yeah,
think certain shit is so, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to look like the reality stars. I come from an era where outside it was women look different. Braids, mullets, short at the top, long at the back, long hair. You know what I'm saying? Finger wag. Like I come from a different time. I came before this phone we on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
that's
I'm
real.
trying to pour into comedy that real shit. Women talking about things that don't really get talked about, where we can laugh and joke and put it out there for them, to change the game, to do something different with it. So that's a part of my journey. That's what comedy is teaching me that I can take through life and
Right, right,
shit
right.
like that.
All right. So who was your favorite queen of comedy and why?
I'm a person that really don't have a favorite. Laura was good. Everybody was good. Like Monique was good. Some more. Then you got women who not. You got the Sherry Shepherd. You got women who weren't even on there. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
got people who the Mama Mabels. You got it's so it's. I don't know. I think everybody did good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a big favorite person. I
right.
feel that everybody did good. Um, um, like I said, who inspires me. I named them. It's so many people.
Hmm. Okay. How do you feel about BET starting Comic View back up, and do you feel that's needed for comedians to gain more fans in this era?
Absolutely. I think it's an honor. Honestly, that era was so nostalgic. BET Comic View, jokes that I still remember, comedians that I still remember, that went on there that, paved the way for women like me, paved the way for men, paved the way for comedians. You know what I'm saying? You got so many people from back in the day, that came and started from Comic View that's still relevant. You got the Cedric the Entertainers, the Bruces, the, you know, the DL Hughleys. You know, you got people who from comic view who's still relevant right now, making real,
Right.
you know. So I think it's an honor. I think it's a privilege. You know, I think it's gonna be good. I can't wait to get up on this stage. I can't
Yeah. So
wait to hit that stage.
right. So with you naming all of them, can you give me a top 5 favorite comedians? It ain't nobody that you saying better than nobody. I'm just saying that you can just name top 5 of the, you know.
Um, so I say the Wayne's family as a collective. The
Okay.
Wayne family as a collective.
As one. Okay.
Um, uh, Lucille Ball.
Okay. That's 2.
Um, Richard Pryor.
Okay. For real. For real. That's 3.
Um, Eddie Murphy and Martin
Okay.
Lawrence.
Okay. Big. That's dope. That's dope as fuck. So what's next for you as a comedian?
So right now I'm about to start. Oh man, wait. I got some merch.
Okay.
I got
I
some
definitely was
merch.
gonna ask you about merch and everything and sponsors
Yeah,
and
I
all of
got
that.
some
Let's
merch.
go
I
ahead and
got
get,
some
yeah, let's see that.
aprons. I
Okay,
got some,
chilling and grilling.
yeah, chilling and I got some aprons, and then hold on for a second. Let me see if I can.
Okay.
1 second.
You good.
And then I got some. Oh wait, I got some glasses.
Oh damn. Okay. So what's the ticket on that?
So okay, so I'm doing a set. So I'm doing a like for the men, because men like, you know, cognac, nice, you know, things like that. So I'm doing a set of 3 or 4. Um the 3 is 75.
Okay.
And then the 4, you know, the 4 is if you really serious, then we'll talk about it. The aprons right now, I'm doing them just for $20 even. Then I got some dominoes coming, and I got some playing cards coming.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
dope.
I
That's
like
dope.
old men. So, you know, I like old men that wear, you know, jeans and
Right.
slacks, like wear the jeans with the church shoes, and they got a lot of keys and change in
You
their
wild.
pockets, you know. I like shit like that. So I gotta make sure that I have something for them, the players.
Type shit. You know.
Yeah.
So where
And
did you
young
get?
men like you too.
Ah, damn
You
right.
like nice,
I
y'all like
I
nice stuff like
appreciate it.
this in y'all house. I mean,
Yeah,
women
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Women
yeah,
gonna buy it, but I know more men will buy things like this.
yeah,
More
yeah.
men will buy it than women. And then I
Uh-huh.
know a lot of men who have, you know, nice table settings and place settings at their house, you know. And, you
Hmm.
know, it's a nice glass. I think so.
Yeah, yeah. It's dope. It's dope. Yeah, y'all tap in with her, man. So where did you get the term break bread or play dead?
One of my good friends, one of my good friends, he have a lot of sayings. His name Ill. He got a lot of good sayings. He say stuff. 2 things I ain't never seen: a UFO and a hoe that won't go. You know, so the break
Yeah,
bread play dead was more like, that's my motto. If
right.
like, I mean, honestly, because I mean, I'm out here working hard as hell. I'm working hard as shit for me and mine. So if you ain't breaking no bread, you might as well play dead. So I got the saying from one of my good friends. One of my good
And I
friends,
was,
and you know, he know
yeah,
that I do comedy, and he was like, use that shit and run with it. So
yeah, and I fuck with the saying because my auntie used to say, break bread or fake dead. You know what I'm saying? Like she used to say that, and she passed away and shit from no fentanyl overdose and shit. But
oh,
yeah, you
oh
know how this,
wow, that's crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you know how that goes. So where do you
We
see
don't want to
yourself?
incriminate nobody, but she might know my people. She might have knew my people. I don't want to incriminate
Here
nobody,
no evil,
but
see no evil, speak no evil. Where do you see yourself as a comedian years down the line?
so for me right now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm working on a lot of different things. I'm trying to do. I just shot my first movie where I was in a movie. I thought that was really cool.
Oh
Big
damn.
Shirley Part 2. That was really exciting. I had never done nothing like that. So in the future, I feel that I'm gonna be, like I said, I'm working on a lot. I'm working on my own short films. I'm
Okay.
gonna start doing a comedy room where I bring comedians through and things like that. That's coming real soon in St. Louis, where I have comedians come through from all over, coming through. I'll be performing at the Helium real soon. I don't have a date on it, but I know that that's coming real soon because I'm working now. I'm about to be working with some of their behind the scenes people real soon. So I mean, just working on the one of the biggest things that I'm working on is with me being a comedian, laughter is a part of your health. Health is your wealth. And I
Right.
want to patent with the government and with a couple of doctors where you can get laugh therapy, where you can go
Damn.
to a therapist and you can get laugh therapy, and it could be a part of,
That's
it
tight.
could be on your insurance, and it can be a part of your
Hey,
part of your
that's some
medicine.
$1 billion shit right there.
Yeah,
That's for
part of your
real.
medicine. Yeah, I'm trying to leave a real legacy to my son. So, like I said, right now I'm working on a lot. Right? The real millionaires and billionaires in the beginning be so broke. So right now I'm rich at spirit. I'm a millionaire at heart, and
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
Respect that.
But my pockets financially, I'm not there. So everything is baby steps. That'll be coming soon. Me patenting it. I mean, I'm glad I'm on record saying it, so they know they heard it first. That's the ultimate thing. And sometimes I be pausing because like I said, I be high, but I'm trying to figure a way out with that too. With weed and comedy. So I'm trying to
Yeah,
do it all right now. I see myself just being in so many pots, so many avenues,
yeah,
making a way, leaving a legacy for my son. Like I said, I'm trying to have bring a little camaraderie in comedy where I'm helping other reaches and pulling other people. The legacy for my son, if I get on, I'm able to bring somebody else on. When the white people cut the checks or when the big people cut the checks, I can say, hold on, I got somebody for that. I got a person that can do this job. Where I
yeah.
can be able to feed everybody.
Create
Like some good
jobs.
Oprah
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. No,
Good
that's real.
Oprah shit.
That's real. That's real. So, what's the funniest joke you can say fans have reacted to?
So for me, I'm gonna be honest, and I think that's more the reason why I gotta toot my own horn. I can practice. I can show you. I got so many fucking notebooks of me
Yeah,
writing. I can practice, but sometimes when you get out there, and comedians will tell you this. When you get out there, sometimes it's like you have to be a chemist. You have to be a like biology type shit because you have to feel it out. Because sometimes the jokes that you may have locked and loaded in the gun may not work that night. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
sometimes, I mean, do I have things that I remember? No. I mean, sometimes I get different reactions out of people where people remember things or they like, yo, when you having another show, you funny as shit. Like, I mean, I just try to go to please everybody for them to have a good time. Sometimes I like for people to take us a little more serious because, being a comedian, sometimes you get looked over, like it's like a joke. It's not taken serious. Your attributes or your, things that you're doing is not taking it serious as someone who's working a job and they're getting rewarded and their attributes that they're doing, they're being seen. Whereas as a comedian or entertainer, you don't get, some, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
You get it if you tell somebody, oh yeah, I got booked or I'm doing this, but it's a little different. So I mean, I just plan to see myself in so many avenues doing so many things, so many great things.
Hmm. So, how did New York treat you being from the Midwest when you
Oh
did your
man, New
show out in
York is
Harlem?
my second home. It's
Okay.
New York is my second home. I lived on and off in New York about 10 years. So New York, going back up there to perform, it was an honor to perform in an all black owned I'm sorry,
Are you good?
an all black owned comedy club was an honor. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to the comedy I say comedy. Shout out to the comedy in Harlem Comedy
Yeah.
Club. Man, yo, I had some good weed, yo. It's crazy. I'm
Oh yeah. What
like
kind of
stuttering
strain you be
Stanley.
smoking on?
But yeah, great. I mean, performing there was an honor. I performed with Smokey Suarez, an
Mm,
honor. An honor.
okay.
Like I was honored to hit the stage with him. Like it was a privilege. Like so, I mean, New York is always good to me.
Mm. So what are some of the other places that you had shows at when I fell in love with hip hop? We out of here. Peace.